I have been going live on Instagram every day, but not to the other platforms because it takes a little more technology and internet service. So nice to see you guys. Today, I want to talk about something really important, especially to American citizens, that is come out. And hey, Giuliano, nice to see you. Um, and that is these two new bills that are being passed. So the infrastructure bill that just passed, and these are really massive violations of your privacy, right? So we talk about things here like property rights, self ownership, privacy, things like that, right? And embedded in these bills, right, is basically a way for the government to take more power and to violate your privacy rights in at a whole new level. So when the government is handing out money, guess what else it's doing? It is also looking for ways that it can pull in power and control as well. Hey, Joel. So it's always like giving with one hand and taking with the other. And the problem is when they take on this side by taking away our privacy and taking away our rights, they never want to give that back, right? Once the government gets that passed, they don't ever give it back. They're not like, oh well, we were overreaching here, so let's just give you back these rights of privacy or whatever. That doesn't happen, unfortunately. So you have to be much more vigilant when those things are beginning to happen, when they're starting to try to pass that stuff. So buried in the infrastructure bill is something that actually doesn't have that much agreement from both sides, but they're using it as a levying tactic. And it was passed at the Senate level, is language that is a very broad language, which could be interpreted in many ways, but language that will impose IRS reporting obligations on crypto platforms and crypto developers, right? So that's a huge issue already right there. And it might make it very difficult for innovation because these people who really have no access to your money, they're just developing crypto platforms, cryptocurrencies, etc. This gives them the right to impose very high IRS regulations on reporting obligations, right? Which is going to make it impossible for these people to put in place the development that they need to do in the industry, as well as being a massive violation of your rights as a citizen. Hey, Zathina. Hi, Katerina. So, you're in Brazil. Nice to see you. Hi, Elena. We're talking about two big bill things that are coming up right now. One is a provision that was passed in the infrastructure bill. So hopefully it will not get passed in the House of Congress. Hopefully they will change that before it gets passed. But it is going to be potentially giving reporting obligations to crypto companies, crypto platforms, currencies, etc. The second is similar. Okay, and this is Biden is trying to pass this in this American Families Plan thing, and that is going to be making banks report to the IRS, not just so right now banks report like on the interest you've earned or capital gains in your account. They're going to have banks reporting to the IRS on the total deposits and withdrawals in your bank account. Okay, so all of your information, they don't even need a warrant, they don't need anything. He's trying to pass this obligation. So this, and of course, this is going to greatly affect people who have small businesses and so on. But the idea is that the banks will have to report on you on all the total deposits and withdrawals in your bank account. Now, I consider this a huge violation of, our privacy. But the truth is, in this country, you don't really own your own money anyway, because they can change it at any time and tell you what percentage of your money you do own, right? And when you put your money into a bank, then there are provisions in that agreement that say the bank basically owns it, which is why the bank can just shut down your account and cut you off from your money. So this is why cryptocurrency is so needed, and is a powerful way that people can diversify their income so they're not just trapped in the banking system. But of course, because the government has been pouring out all of this money, right, it's now looking for how do we collect all that back, okay? And it's trying to give much stronger powers to the IRS and reporting obligations to all of these commercial firms and industries to report on the people within their who are trading or in their purview, and to try to increase enforcement on IRS collections. Okay, so this is the flip side of them giving you money. Okay, the flip side is them trying to pass these things to collect more money. Now, even if this passes, right? I mean, they have put out trillions of dollars. The additional amount that they might collect is in the billions. Okay, it's not that much compared to the trillions that they have put out, but it will forever change your privacy. It will forever change your rights around that. And so if you do, I don't know if some people do write to their senators or whatnot, but you definitely should write to your senator or your congressperson and, make known your voice if that is not something that you want to vote for, you want them to vote for. I often feel like we don't have a lot of power in that anyway, but if enough people step up against this stuff, then maybe it will help. Okay, but yes, just be aware that these two things are coming down the pike, and to if there's something you can do to stop it, to talk to your Chamber of Commerce and stuff like that, great. But if not, then you do what you can do. Okay, you're warned that this is coming. And so you got to be really careful. And the issue here, the question is not like it's that will doing certain types of things end up triggering an audit. Some things that are perfectly innocent, will they end up triggering an audit, which could end up being very expensive and difficult for the person being audited when the thing they were doing was perfectly legitimate, right? So the example they gave is, let's say a couple's been saving up to buy a home and they have a savings account, and they transfer that money into their checking account and then out for the deposit, right? And then the bank reports that as a huge influx of money into their checking account, right? But none of the circumstances around it, could that cause the IRS to come and say, hey, what's going on here? And start putting their nose in your business and giving you a hard time about it. So that's what some of these concerns are. And to me, just the concern is the complete loss of privacy of any of your financial information. Of course, the IRS already has the ability to look at that stuff, but typically they have to have a cause, right? And they have to go and request that, versus right now, they will literally just be feeding them all of that information. And that's just, I don't know. That's just an insane violation of your financial privacy rights, I believe. So just so you guys know that this is what's going on. So hopefully you can be prepared. Hey, Carly. Hey, Elena. Nice to see you guys. And yep, I will talk to you again tomorrow. This is just kind of what's happening in the world today. Anyway. And this is part of the issue, right? Anytime someone's standing there with a hand out, they're there with their other hand to take away rights in a more fundamental way. Elena says, thank you for sharing. You are welcome. Good to see you. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And finally tomorrow, getting back on the road to go home. I'm excited. I'm done with hotels for a while. Be nice to sleep in my own bed. So I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.